Wait, here we go. Recording. Hey, everybody, welcome to Ask Dr. Testosterone, starring Dr. George and Touliatos, brought to you by his book, The Bible of Bodybuilding II. Yes, you can get this on Amazon.com. It's over 700 pages, everything you need to know about training, nutrition, supplementation, and PEDs. Of course, while you're on Amazon, you can get my book. It's a really good book, Real Bodybuilding by Ron Harris. And now, all the way from Athens, Greece, please welcome Dr. T himself, George and Touliatos. How are you, Doctor?
Hello, Ron. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I also want to remind people to please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, ring that bell. Yeah. We just mentioned right before we started recording, a few days ago marked the passing of Dallas McCarver 7 years ago. And it was less than a week later, I think, or a week later, we lost Rich Piana. So that was a pretty crazy 1-2 punch for the bodybuilding industry. They were both very popular.
Yes, for the bodybuilding community. Many people were shocked. And I think that Lenarkovich was the reason that he retired 3 years afterwards.
Yeah.
But Dallas literally passed in his arms, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Dallas would make the top 6 Olympiad now.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
easily. He was a great talent, very promising, 25 years old, you know?
He took second place at the Arnold Classic that year. And that was his rookie season.
Also passed, yes, Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric. Wow. You're right. It was the same year. He took second to Cedric.
And Rich Piana, you know, he said, no matter what, all the way, you know, take your chances.
Whatever
and he's an influencer, and he was a straight shooter, and he was very, outspoken and never hide the truth. He said for supplement companies that people hire other people to lie.
Wow. He was so influential. I had a consultation with a 17-year-old. I think he just turned 17 a couple weeks ago. And he was asking me all these questions about Rich Piana. Did you know Rich? He still watches all the videos. You know, Rich died when this kid was like 11 years old, 10 years old. And he's still such a big influence in Dallas too. So the legends live on. It's unfortunate we lost Dallas so young, 26 years old. Wow.
You have a picture that you made with the young Dallas 11 years ago, right?
Yeah, he was 21. He had a baby face.
Yeah.
He was a big body and this like baby face, like a little kid. It was crazy.
For 2 years, his last video was he was pressing 150 pounds 15 times.
Yeah, he was 330 pounds when he died.
Yeah, there was 350 of season. Yeah, lean.
Wow. Yeah, we'll never know.
Don't mess up your midsection. Yeah. He was recovering the muscle development, I think, a couple of months before she's passing.
Yeah. I interviewed him probably about 5 or 6, 7 times. No, I mean more than that, because he had a column. He had a monthly section in the magazine, like a question and answer column.
And he got a great shooting with Per Bernal.
Yeah. Those are usually those are the pictures you see, those black and white Per Bernal pictures.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your Per Bernal pictures. I've got mine. Those are, if you shoot with Per Bernal, you can count yourself blessed because those images last forever. Those are great images to have. All right. I want to start with a question that, because I know you followed track for a while. You were a track and field athlete yourself in your younger years. So we know 1988, the Seoul Olympics, Ben Johnson, that started the whole steroids and sports scandal. He tested positive for stanozolol winstrol. So someone was asking, what is a good steroid for sprint speed and plyometrics improvement? Because I don't know what's changed that was 35 years ago. Wait, what am I saying? No, that was almost 40 years ago.
Yeah. So in sprinting, we want steroids that do not cause water retention and can lead to ATP production and explosiveness, speed. You know, increase speed and strength, maximum strength mainly, but also speed and plyometrics. Yeah. This is a method of training, improve the speed. So we want winstrol and anavar that do not cause water retention, both DHC derivatives. Now, hypothetically, we can say Primo also, but Primo, because it's old days, it can cause a small water retention. But winstrol and anavar, now winstrol has the disadvantage that it blocks aldosterone, so it can lead to drying of the synovial joints, and then you can have a rupture. But sprinters do not take more than 10 milligrams. They don't care about the size of the muscle. They want explosiveness. Even though Ben Johnson did 200 kilograms of 1 rep squat, half an hour before the Seoul Olympics, to increase very much the, to fire up his muscles.
Contractile force?
Exactly, yes. And they take small amounts because they don't want to grow big, but they want to be fast and strong, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, these are the two main steroids. Now, THG, the clear, or the cream, which is just testosterone. THG mainly was tetrahydrogesterone. That was an anabolic steroid. It was liquid-based under the tongue. It was not identified, of course, and it was the steroid that they took in the Sydney Olympics and the year after in Edmonton World Games. All right, so it was not detected back then. It was very anabolic. I don't think about esogenicity. It was made by Patrick Arnold, of course.
Was he working for Victor Conte and Balco Labs?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, there were 2 or 3 Olympic champions that used that thing.
Was the late Florence Griffith Joyner, Flojo, was she one of them?
No, Flojo was back in Seoul. She used pure steroids, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's another woman. I can't remember. It was a real famous sprinter woman. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, Flojo. And Myron Jones, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I think she got in trouble, I think.
Yeah, she was in Balco.
Yeah.
She was involved. And Timo Gober, also her ex-husband.
He was working with Major League Baseball stars. He was very, very elite.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, crazy. All right, well, let's move on. This gentleman wanted to know, when adding Nandrolone to TRT protocol, at what point will I know if I need to go up on the dose? 4 to 5 weeks, I'm taking for knee pain due to missing cartilage. Just started 75 milligrams weekly of Nandrolone.
Well, listen, when cartilage is missing, I don't think DECA will do major benefit other than masking the pain through water retention, which is something risky, because if you mask the pain and keep pushing, then you're gonna toast your joint. So I would say you can do a PRP, or you can use BPC or TB500, and a little bit of DECA, no more than 50 milligrams, will have many benefits, because you just need some water retention to smooth the pain, okay? But this is not healing, this is masking.
Yep.
It's another thing, all right?
I'm going through that right now, because I get testosterone cypionate and Nandrolone decanoate from Frontline Labs, Andre, and I ran out of the DECA because I think I was using too much. I was supposed to be on 100. I think I was going a little over. Anyway, I ran out, and I haven't had DECA shot for about 3 weeks, and my shoulder is killing me, because
really?
I haven't had cartilage in there for probably about 10 or 12 years. It's gone. It's bone on bone. But you're right. It's not help. The DECA wasn't doing anything to help. It was just making that water retention so that it's killing me now. Everything hurts. So yeah, but again, going up and you tell people all the time, when will you know to raise the dose? You got to keep an eye on your labs and everything too, because
yes, of course, yes. That's another thing about it. We're speaking about now the joint.
Yeah. I mean, how much do you think most people would even need just for the joint lubrication benefits?
Less than 100. It doesn't make any difference, Yeah. As soon as you have the retention, then you go hope for hypertrophy.
Right on. Yeah, that's when you're using 600, 800 milligrams a week. Something crazy. This is a similar question about doses. I reduced my TRT dose from 150 a week to 100, that's milligrams, and my total T on the 7th day after, so the trough, dropped from 1,000 to 650. I felt low T symptoms like fatigue and low libido. Is it safe for me to maintain over 1,000, a total testosterone level of over 1,000 all the time?
Yeah, why not? I mean, 50 years ago, the average Joe had an upper range of 1,500,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying that for quite some time, that this is a downhill process. In 21st century, we have lousy men, human beings, that are going downhill, okay? So as long as your hematocrit and you don't have issues with extra estrogen, and your HDL are fine, then you can go with 10, 1100, 1200, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. My son, he just had blood work done a few weeks ago. And I said, I want them to find out your testosterone. They didn't get the free and the SPHBG like I want them to, but you know what? His total testosterone for a 24-year-old man was only 500.
Listen, that's not much, right? Before I started using steroids when I was 26, it was 650, which is still not high.
Yeah.
I know dudes at 28, they have 800 in grade 6 drive.
Yeah.
All right.
It's crazy. Like you said, every generation of men, the test gets lower and lower and lower.
We get compromised with this, and doctors say, "Oh, you have 500, you're great." You're not great. You're just in the mid range.
Yeah, I think one of the guys who asked the question, I don't know if it was him, his testosterone. Some guy's testosterone. Another question, it dropped down to 150, and the doctor thought that was okay. Oh boy,
150. Come on,
150. That's so low.
Come on, well, this is ridiculous.
Like most girls I know. All right. Good. My wife gave birth a few days ago and wants to get in shape as quickly as possible. Do you think 25 milligrams DHEA combined with selenium, 200 microgram, is a good stack? Also, should I check blood for high DHA? The idea of the selenium was to reduce TSH levels, even though they were normal during pregnancy.
Great idea. I'm using selenium all year round, so my TSH is below 2. And yeah, selenium provides a material for optimized thyroid function. And you can use 200 micrograms, this is the upper dose. But also check out for DHEAS, sulfate levels, that it can have an improvement in the long run in body composition in women, okay? Yeah. And as it says, 25 milligrams is a good dose, all right?
For women, men, we use 50 usually?
We use 50, depends, of course, on the blood levels. But mind that when you take testosterone, you cut off the DHEA production, so you should supplement with it.
Right on. Okay. Good question. So this is a follow-up on that show we did last time about buying steroids in other countries where it is legal. It's legal in some countries, guys. So if a doctor in another country prescribes steroids to you, can you bring it back home to your own country?
I think so, yes. I don't know about the States, but usually I've been asked recallings about that and said, if somebody consults someone in Greece, like me, for instance, and he can travel back to the States with this paper, is it okay? I think yes, but it's not when there is a discussion between USA and Greece overseas without seeing each other, okay? That's why we provide a paper for the TSA at the airport.
Yeah. And
say this is for personal use. As long as I am in the US, let's say I carry with me 4 vials. This is for 1 month supply. You should declare how much is this amount of medication will cover you for a certain amount of time, okay? Yeah. Because distribution is the problem here.
Yeah, I know some countries are very, very strict, like Australia.
Yeah, Scandinavia also is a problem. But I have patients from Oslo or Stockholm that came over, and the safest way is to carry your own stuff and declare it at the customs with a paper, okay?
Yeah.
Otherwise, when a pharmacy sends overseas, even with a prescription enclosed, they cut it, They don't let it. But if you go yourself, then this is the safest way.
Yeah, because I know, like, I went to Australia I was there for almost 2 weeks. And I was thinking maybe I could take my TRT with me as long as I bring my prescription. And I waited too long, and I looked up. There was a government form and a whole process I could have gone through, but it would have taken probably about a month to get it cleared because they want everything. There are some countries, I know Australia is one, they're very picky. So anybody, if you're thinking about this, I would check with your country's rules and regulations before you do anything crazy and get yourself in trouble. We don't want that.
He was alone when he wanted to promote the Rocky or the Rumble 15 years ago in Australia, and he carried his own GH. He was busted for that.
Yeah. I don't think he went to jail, but he got in trouble. He
paid 10K. That was the penalty.
Wow. Okay.
$1,000, yeah.
And that's Stallone. If you're Rocky and Rambo and you can't get away with it, come on. All right. Let's see. Is it possible to go with a low dose of 150 milligrams test every week adding HCG, Clomid, vitamin E, and zinc, and get pregnant. Last time I did this protocol, I went off the test completely, and my mood was not the best.
Yeah, the mood was affected by clomiphene. I don't find any reason using testosterone and HCG and clomiphene. So the combo is testosterone and HCG to avoid the testicular atrophy. Vitamin E and zinc are great for the sperm. And personally, I managed to conceive with this protocol, okay? Because I was taking this for years. But you don't need clomiphene on that. You don't need it.
And were you on your TRT when you got your wife?
Are you kidding me? I'm on TRT since January 2015.
No, I didn't know if you went off when you were just trying to get pregnant or anything like that.
No, man, no, never.
You probably told me several times too.
No.
All right, this might be more of a question for an orthopedic surgeon, because he just says my right rear shoulder is hurting when I'm training chest and shoulders, when I'm pressing and also doing flies. What do you think is causing the problem? Good question. How do I know? It's what
I had the same problem when I was doing flies, which is the embracement movement.
Yeah.
And it was the problem with the rotator cuff. Okay. And then when I'm pressing, it's also, I think, I'm not sure. Of course, I'm not an orthopedic.
Yeah.
Could be the supraspinatus also, the pressure movement. But this is the rotator cuff for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I would tell anybody, because I've been having shoulder problems for a decade. Get an MRI. You need an MRI.
The end of the bicep goes over here.
Yeah, a lot of people have that bicep tendonitis too.
Personally, I had both of these issues. This
Wow.
and the problem.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you do it closer, it doesn't affect your shoulder that much. Here, it hurts terribly.
This is I can only press for shoulders with this grip now.
This hurts less than this.
I can't do this at all anymore. It's horrible. Awful. Wow. All right, let me stop complaining. Can low testosterone cause high PSA? My husband's doctor cut his test. Oh, yeah, this is it. He cut his test dose in half. Total T went from 500 to 180. PSA went from 0.50 to 0.85. Is this something to worry about?
I mean, the PSA, you should worry PSA when it's over 4 or 5, you know?
Okay.
0.5 is nothing. 0.85, are you kidding me?
Okay, good.
No, when you're in your 50s, it should be below 3. When you're 60, it should be below 4. Come on, this is nothing to worry about. And also mind that PSA can elevate out of ejaculation, prostatitis, riding the stationary bicycle, okay, cycling. So it's not exclusively due to BPH coming out of DHT, you know? Yeah. It could be multifactorial.
I'd be more concerned that the doctor cut his test dose in half, and now his total testosterone is only 180.
Now there's a problem. There's a problem, and Morgan will be saying that low testosterone creates prostatitis and prostatic cancer. Okay.
Yeah. Find another doctor or something. Or go to a TRT clinic. This is 180 testosterone level is no way to live your life.
PSA is not elevated. Okay.
Yeah.
What about?
I don't know what there's some doctors, as you know.
Also, don't measure the PSA without having 72 hours off from sex. No ejaculation for 3 days.
I keep forgetting to do that, damn it. Okay. All right. Here's one about, I had high creatinine kinase in the 2000 range. And my doctor wanted me to stop exercising, saying I had myositis. Oh boy, how do you say this? Myositis. What is myositis, and how is it related to high creatinine kinase levels?
Now, myositis is inflammation of the muscle, okay, and linked also to calcification. But yes, it could be linked to CK, but also exercise is leading to higher creatine kinase injections also. So, I mean, myositis comes out of biopsy in order to find the reason. But high creatine kinase is not exclusively myositis. It's overtraining for sure, all right, along with dehydration. And anabolic steroids lead to overtraining that lead also to higher creatine kinase. Okay. And people usually get rhabdomyolysis when they have quit testosterone for quite some time. Exercise for quite some time. And they go, let's say after COVID pandemic, we had this quarantine. And I was off for 100 days precisely. Then my creatine kinase went up to 5,000.
Wow.
500, yes. I felt like I was run by train. So when there's a huge gap when you don't do anything and you go to the gym, that's when it elevates dramatically.
Yeah, it's fairly common for people who do CrossFit for the first time.
Yes, yes.
Like that happened to Dana Lynn Bailey. She got.
Or some farmers go and dig and work in the farm from dawn till night, 12 hours straight, and they have 50,000 CK and they go to the hospital.
Oof.
They speculate about heart attack or hepatic failure,
Yeah. Wow. That's awful. So take it easy, guys. If you haven't worked out in a while, don't jump into a marathon workout. Our final question for the week is a 0.45 milligram daily dose of Omnitrope, which is 1.36 IU, an effective and safe dose of GH for general health and anti-aging.
Yes, it's excellent dose. It's a low dose, very conservative for fat burning and anti-aging. In the long run, yes.
I mean, what's the minimum you think? Like one IU?
Yes, 1 IU, yeah.
Because anti-aging, we always hear about, most people I know, it's 2 to 3 a day.
Yeah, when I go over 5, Ron, the first symptom is stiff wrists. And then I have a problem using my watch,
Yeah.
So it's the fluid retention over here.
I got into a debate on Instagram. Some guy posted about how bodybuilders should take 20 IUs of growth every day.
It's a problem. And then you have elbows problem,
Big pointy elbows and big everything. Your feet will get this big, and I mean, do you know any bodybuilders that took 20 IUs for extensive periods of time?
24, 36, yes.
Wow. What happened?
Rumors that Dallas was using 1 pen a day, right?
36?
I think so.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you'll get big, but everything, your organs, everything.
Put 5 kilograms of muscle in 1 year, 11 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that contributed? Because I know in his autopsy, his heart, all his organs were enormous. They were like,
progressively you have organomegaly. Connor explained that.
Because that's how those people that get to be 7 feet tall or whatever, that's usually how they die, is their heart gets too big, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
I have problems with the blood pressure, with the heart. Yes.
All right, cool. All right, well, that has been another episode. Remember, guys, pick up your copy of the Bible of Bodybuilding II on Amazon.com. Subscribe, like, share, ring that bell, do all that good stuff for the channel. We appreciate it. Of course, we appreciate you, Dr. George, every week, helping out these people all around the world with your questions. Guys, if you have questions, please post them in the comments, or if you just have any comment in general, it's great for the algorithm thing. So put that underneath there. Appreciate your viewership. And that's it. Thank you, Doctor. And thanks, everyone, for watching another episode of Ask Dr. T. We will see you next time.